So welcome all students. So in today's session we will discuss projection of planes, and in projection of planes we will try to solve the problem which is based on the strike and dip. So strike and dip concept, which is generally used in the mining applications where strike angle and dip angles are very important. So in order to find out the objective of the projection of planes in this particular variety is to find out strike angle, strike direction, dip angle and dip direction for a given particular plane. So this is our plane ABC, and the front view and top view of a plane ABC is given to you. As you can see, AF, BF, CF, AH, BH, CH. So AF, BF, CF indicates front view of a plane, whereas AH, BH, CH indicates top view of a plane. Now in order to find out strike angle and dip angle and its direction, so we need to draw longest horizontal line in case of front view. So longest horizontal line, if you draw horizontal line here, it is not the longest horizontal line. So suppose I draw the line from point AF and up to the edge BFCF, up to the edge BFCF, so this becomes longest horizontal line. Okay, so just I will repeat what I have done. I have done longest horizontal line from point AF. So horizontal line from point AF up to the edge BC. So it cuts here. So let us call this point as point DF. So this is our point DF. Now draw the vertical projection drawn from all the points AF, BF, DF, CF. As we know, point DF lies over the edge BC. Similarly, here you can see point DH is easily located over the edge BC in case of top view. So let us name this point as point DH. So let us join point AH and DH. So point AH and DH, so line AH DH becomes strike line. Okay, remember what we have done? Longest horizontal line from point AF, then its vertical projection down, then join AH with the new point DH. Let us name that point as D. So this AH DH indicates strike line. Now in order to find out strike angle, so what we will do, in order to find out strike angle, we need to go for bearing concept, where I will move this it is not exactly moved over. So I will move this all this unit system here. Now here we have north, south, east, west, and this is our strike line AH DH. If you want to find out the angle, how to find out? So angle between this edge with respect to this, so it's a 77 degree, means strike angle is north, south, east, west. So south to west 77 degree, south to west 77 degree. Okay, so strike direction south to west, what is the angle? 77 degree. Remember, what is the direction? South to west. Okay, because here we are north, south, east, west. So south to west, what is the angle? 77 degree. Okay, so strike angle and strike direction is determined. Now we need to focus over dip angle and dip direction. In order to find out the dip angle and dip direction, we require one more plane x2 y2 perpendicular to strike line. So we require one more plane x2 y2 perpendicular to strike line. So let us take one more plane x2 y2. perpendicular to strike line. In order to draw perpendicular line, what I will do, just I will extend this projection for in order to draw the perpendicular line. So this is perpendicular. Yes, perpendicular line. So what I have done? I have done the perpendicular line. So let us name this line as x1, y1. So x1, y1. So this x1, y1 plane is perpendicular to the strike line AHDH. Let us measure what is the angle. Yes, so it's a 90 degree. So means you have drawn the perpendicular line correctly. So let us now extend the projection from all the points CH, BH. So AHDH already we have extended it. Let us extend the projection from point CH as well, and obviously this line should be perpendicular to the or parallel to the AHDH line. So you can see, so this line is perpendicular to x1 y1 line as well as it's a parallel to AHDH. Why it is required parallelism? Otherwise your dimensions will be wrong. Let us measure if you want. You see 4.24 is constant. 4.24 is constant means it is a parallel line to AHDH. Okay. Now extend the projection from point BH as well. That is should be perpendicular. Yes, it is a perpendicular line. If you want to measure the dimension, again you can measure it. So 27.26. See, 27.26 is constant. So means it's a parallel line. Okay. So what we have done? We have drawn the projection from all the points CH, BH. Already we have drawn AHDH extended AHDH projection. Now this is a view number 3. What we are drawing here is view number 3. Okay. So in order to draw view number 3, we require the dimension from view number 1. So this is view number 1. So this is our view number. So this is our view number 2. So this is our view number 2. Now here what we are drawing is view number 3. In order to draw view number 3, we require dimension from view number 1. That is distance of AF from XY line. So this is our XY line. Distance of CF from XY line. Distance of BF from XY line. Distance of DF from XY line. Okay. Remember, we are drawing here view number 3. Now I will copy this. Better I will copy this. Yes. So I am drawing view number 3. We require, in order to complete view number 3, we require dimension from view number 1. So distance of AF from XY line 8.83. So you can transfer it very easily. What we require is just compass. Take compass. Okay. So take compass and center as this particular point and measure the distance. Same you transfer it over projection of from point AH. Okay. So here I don't have a compass, so better I will draw offset lines. So what is the offset distance? 8.83. So I will draw offset distance 8.83, and this line I need to offset. Okay. So this is locus of point A. So this becomes locus of point A. Just I will copy here so that everyone understands. So this is for A. Now let us transfer the distance of point B, that is 32.93. 32.93. Remember 32.93 here. So let us offset. So this is B. Then C. What is the distance of C? It is a 5.1. Remember, it's a 5.1. So distance of C is 5.1. So offset. Okay. What is the distance? 5.1. So this is, oh sorry, so this becomes C, locus of point C, means over this line only point C lies. Next D, it is 8.83 only, because AF and BS, it's a parallel to XY line, so means over the locus of point A only point D lies. Okay. Now we know that we have transferred the distances. So from XY line, so X1 Y1 line, so AF is 8.83. Where is the locus? 8.83. So this is the projection from point A, and 8.83 means somewhere here it cuts. So this is the intersection point. So that point we call point A1. So this point we call point A1. Next, projection from point C. So this is the projection from point C. Where is the locus? Here. So this point we call point C1. Next, projection from point B. So this is the B and this is the locus of B. So it cuts here. So this is a B1. So let us rename it to B1. Okay. We have obtained point A1, B1, C1. Obviously A1 and D1 are A1 and D1 are the points same. Now let us draw the line, cyan color, which passes through all these points. Okay. So let us join A1, B1 and A1. Okay. So let us join B1, A1 and C1. So this line we call as a deep line. So this line we call as deep line. So how we have drawn the deep line? Yes, you can see. So edge view of this plane is nothing but deep line. If you are observing from this direction, what you can see? You cannot see plane. If you are observing from this direction, you cannot see plane. You see only edge view of a plane, and that is visible here, edge view of a plane. So means in order to draw the deep line, we need to draw edge view of a plane. So what we have drawn? We have done here edge view of a plane ABC we have drawn. Now this becomes our deep line. So what is the deep direction? Let us measure the angle. So angle of this line, edge view of a plane, that is nothing but a deep line with respect to x1 y1 plane. So this is our deep angle. What is the deep angle? 41 degree, that is the deep angle. Okay, so what we have done here, edge view of a plane ABC, that is nothing but deep line. How we have drawn edge view of a plane ABC? By drawing x1 y1 perpendicular to the strike line, that is AH DH, then extending all the projection, then transferring the distances from view number 1, because we are drawing view number 3. You will get edge view of a plane ABC. So join all the points and you will get edge view of a plane ABC. Now measure the angle of this edge view or deep line with respect to x1 y1 plane, that is the 41 degree, that is nothing but deep angle. What about deep direction? So deep direction, in order to draw it, what we require, we need to draw perpendicular to strike angle, strike line, we perpendicular to the strike line. So how to draw it? So let us draw perpendicular so this is the perpendicular I have drawn to the strike line AH DH. Now what I will do, go for the bearing direction unit. So let us what, where is that now? Yes. So this becomes our north, then this is the south, then east, west. Okay. So in order to determine deep direction, what we have done, we have drawn the bearing directional whole unit perpendicular to the, or the line perpendicular to the strike line. Now you can see the deep line, the lower side of deep line is this one. So this is the lower side and this is the higher side. So lower side, that is point C, is close to x1 y1 line compared to point B. So means lower side is above the strike line. Okay, what I have done here, remember, point C is close to point line x1 y1 line compared to point B1. Point C1 is close to x1 y1 line compared to point P1, means lower side zone is up. Okay, so lower side zone is above this particularly strike line. So no, sorry, strike line, I have made the mistake. So strike line is, should be perpendicular to AHDH. So let us draw the perpendicular to AHDH. Yes. Now okay, now it's okay. So you can see point C1 is close to x1 y1 line compared to point B1, means lower side zone of this plane is above the strike line, and higher side zone or upper side zone is below the strike line, means deep angle is 41 degree. And what about deep direction? So deep direction is above this strike angle line, that is lower side zone is above the strike angle, and whereas upper side zone is is below the strike angle line. So by doing it, locating this, so you can find out the dip direction is north to west, north to west, and dip angle is 41 degree. Okay, so dip angle is 41 degree, whereas dip direction is north to west. So it's a by very simple problems, and by doing it, so you can solve, you can find out the strike line, strike angle, dip line, and dip direction. So these are the concepts which are used in projection of plane problem. So you solve many problems by doing it. So there is a one more variety, that strike angle, dip angle are given to you, and suppose point AH is given to you. So remember what I am saying here. I am not going to solve it. You just try the same problem. Dip angle is 41 degree. Then dip strike angle is 77 degree with respect to south to west. South to west. Dip angle 41. Dip direction north to west. Why north to west? Because lower side zone, if you find out north to west, why north to west? So this is the our line, perpendicular line to AHDH, and if you draw it correctly, so I will move this. So north south. So this is the east, and this becomes west. So I will remove this just for time being. So this is the perpendicular, we have drawn it. So I will draw with arrow, so that you will get the idea how to show it by arrow. Okay, so we have drawn the perpendicular to strike angle line. Now in order to determine its direction, so what we will do, I will select this group. And exactly over here I will place it. Now you can see, so this line, so perpendicular line which is to AHDH is in the which quadrant? It is in the quadrant of north to west. Okay, so that's why its direction is its direction is north to west. What is the degree? 41 degree. Okay, so why north to west? Because our lower side zone, you can see lower side zone of this plane. Lower side zone means the point, which point is closer to x1 y1 line? So this point C1. So means lower side zone is above the strike angle line. So this is our strike angle line AHDH. So lower side zone is above the strike angle line. So that's why we are locating, we have find out this perpendicular line over to strike angle line, and which quadrant it falls, in north to west. Suppose in place of this, suppose this was your line. Let us assume that this new line is your, if it is a deep angle line, deep line, in that case point B1 is called, is in the lower side zone. In that case the deep direction would be east to south or southeast. Okay, so means the lower side zone, how to decide it? Which side is closer to x1 y1 line? So here C1 is close to x1 y1 line. C1 is close to x1 y1 line means point C1 is above this AHDH. You can see AHDH. So A1 and D1 points are same. So C1 is above strike line. So that's why the strike C1 is above this, particularly point A1, means deep direction is above the strike angle line. So that's why in the quadrant of north to west. So deep angle is 41 degree and its direction is north to west. So there is one more variety here, is that suppose front view of a plane ABC is given to you, strike angle, let us assume the same angle 77 degree, and its direction is south to west, it's given. Deep angle 41 degrees is given to you, and its direction north west is given to you, and only location of point AH is known to you. So complete the rest of the plane ABC, or complete the top view of a plane ABC. So this is a one more variety that you can solve it, that is in the exactly opposite manner. Suppose front view of a plane ABC given to you, you can easily find out its a deep direction, deep angle, strike direction. But suppose deep angle, deep direction, strike angle, strike direction, and location of point AH is known to you, it's possible to draw, it's possible to complete the rest of the top view of a plane ABC. So you try it in the other way also. Okay.